I recently had the opportunity to meet with some of the leadership team at MultiCare Memorial Hospital. Memorial Hospital in Yakima is the hospital. It serves the entire valley. I came away inspired from my conversation with this team. The changes that they're making are really elevating the level of care that MultiCare Memorial will be able to provide. Little details that are actually becoming huge improvements within the organization. For example, they have a newer product that they use where all of your information will be the same across multiple platforms, which means if you go to the radiologist, you can be transferred over to your primary care and they can log into the same system. That is an example of efficiency. I'm sure you have been to the doctor before and you had to fill out the form and turn it in, and then you go to the next doctor, you fill out the same bloody form, right? So now they've eliminated all of that. So anyone within the network can connect to your information. These are important little details that have improved efficiency and increased higher level of care for the patients that they serve. The other big thing that they spent a lot of time talking about was culture and shifting the culture within the hospital organization. Many of you may know that Memorial Hospital became Virginia Mason and then was recently bought out by MultiCare, and that we had a second hospital, which was called Regional, who didn't really survive the Great Recession. So leaning in on one organization, it's a lot for them, and I am so impressed with how they have stepped up. Now, it's not just the leadership team that is making all of these transitions and sort of shoring up the rocky sides and making them more efficient. It's an incredible board with terrific leadership that has helped guide the changes of this organization. I think the future of what they're going to be able to do for our valley, it's going to be revolutionary, honestly. Some of the things I learned as well is the demand on the ER. Other communities will have more than one hospital. Certainly a community our size, with the amount of people that we serve, 2 hospitals would really benefit us. A lot of that, however, is because we have a lot of migrant workers here and underserved. And these are folks that don't have a primary care physician. That is an absolute gap that we have across the valley. So what ends up happening is anytime they need a service, they end up in the emergency room because they don't know how to get a hold of a primary care physician. They don't have access to regular health care. You may have noticed too that they have lots of quick centers or urgent care. And those help lift some of the pressure off of MultiCare Memorial there on Tieton. But at the same time, it's still not enough to serve our community. One of the other things that really impressed me, they have really addressed the need for bilingual within the hospital system. They have so many people that are bilingual and multilingual, honestly, to help serve the needs of the valley. In my business, I can't tell you how many times I'd have young people come and sit down at the table and translate these documents that I'm reviewing to their parents. Can you imagine a young child having to explain to mom or dad what the doctor is saying? I just thought, holy cow, it's a vocabulary that they don't even have or even understand. And I was so impressed that Memorial has really addressed that by having a depth of translators available to help serve our community members. There's a series of different things going on there, each of them advancing the vision of MultiCare for the Yakima Valley. We're really fortunate to have them here, and we're really fortunate with this leadership team, an incredible board that has really helped guiding this change. There's no question healthcare in any community is changing dramatically, and with all the changes in the White House, we're all sort of holding our breath, honestly. And with a community that depends a lot on Medicaid and Medicare, it's so important to keep that funding coming and to commit to what can we do as members of our community to support the hospital. Because a healthy community, oh my gosh, a healthy community makes all of us prosper, right? Kids will go to school, people can go to work, we can serve at a deep level, and these are just critical points as we continue to maintain a healthy economy and step into the modern age, to be honest. So I really am excited to see what else MultiCare Memorial has in store for us, but I can assure you we have a bright future and they're doing a fantastic job there. So be sure to champion them. We always want to spread the good news about what's going on in Yakima so that we can attract the best doctors and the best nurses to come and live here. It doesn't serve any of us if we poo-poo our valley. Just don't do that. There's so much good here. And when we can share the good, it will attract a lot of incredible talent so that we can serve at a really deep level. I am really looking forward to bringing you more information about what MultiCare Memorial Hospital is up to and what's going to be happening across the valley in terms of healthcare. Be sure to subscribe and follow along for more information about what's really going on in Yakima and learn more of the good news at Living in Yakima.